Hey guys, Jen here from Ravenloo and Paper 2. If you guys hear any loud noises today during my video, any kind of giggling or anything like that, it's my girls. They are still home from Christmas vacation and they are having a great time just being little girls. Also, my oldest daughter brought home COVID about mid-December. It was our first time dealing with COVID here in this house, and I didn't want to go near my craft room until we were all completely healthy. So that's why I didn't really have any crafty content for last month. So those of you who follow along with me, I'm sorry I didn't have anything to share with you, but the good news is that we are all good and completely cleared at this point. I wanted to share with you guys my first pocket letter swap. Jen, who is Gold Glitter Girl on both Instagram and here on YouTube, reached out to me to say that she'd love to swap with me. But she mostly crafted pocket letters. So I took a look at some pocket letters and told her I think I can make one of those, and if she didn't mind being my first pocket letter swap, I'd love to swap with her. So I'm going to leave a link down below for Jen's information for her Instagram and for her YouTube, so you guys can go check out what she's made and also see what she's going to send to me. I'm also going to leave a few links down below for some of the things that I used to make this swap if you guys are interested. But I need to say that I am an Amazon associate and I earn from qualifying purchases. So if you guys click on any of those links and decide to buy anything from them, I may receive a profit from them. Okay? I guess the swap here, we were only supposed to do the pocket letter, but because of my COVID delay, I wanted to send her a few extras, and that's why there is so much stuff here. I also, for the swap, used the Michaels Holiday Romance 6x6 pad. So there wasn't a lot of paper to work with, but this is what I created using that one 6x6 pad. I guess the best place to start is going to be with the card that I am sending her. I actually did a color with me on Instagram and TikTok where I colored in this print out here. I actually made the card last, so by that point I was starting to run out of paper, so I decided to use my favorite technique, which is making the faux paper quilt for the base of this card. I cut the scraps into 2-inch squares and I attached them to a 4x6 base with some glue on a diagonal, and then I stitched along the outline of each square. I then used my Cricut to draw and cut out this Merry and Bright sentiment. It was an SVG by Miss Kate's Cuttables, but I told my machine to draw it rather than me having to paper piece each tiny little bit. I thought coloring would be much easier. I colored everything the way Miss Kate had designed it, except I changed the red in it to purple so that it matched my collection better. And then I doubled it up on this hollow paper right here, the silver hollow paper, to kind of give it that extra sparkle. Here's a better look at that. And I haven't actually wrote inside of it yet, but I'm going to write a nice thank you note to Jen. I am gifting Jen these stickers from my stash. They are Jolie's Boutique, and they are this cute little winter theme here, and I thought these colors matched really well with everything. I just took the existing packaging here and I added a bag topper, which is made with the KS Crafts bag topper die. I think it could also be a shaker, but I just used the plain regular paper there. Then I took some of the hollow paper and made the banner, and the stickers that spell out her name are actually from scrapbook.com. I think they were a free gift with an order. And I stitched it all down there, and then I added a little eyelet with a few charms just to make this a little more interesting. I am also sending her this snowflake adhesive gem, and this is from Spotted Canary Crafts. I got this in some kind of grab bag from another company, but I thought it matched the swap really well, and I just took the packaging there and I added some of the collection paper and stitched all around of it, and then up here I layered some of the cut-aparts on top to make little banners. And here's a rosette with the snowflakes. On top of it is the little topper. And I just thought that this little guy would be extra cute as a gift for the swap here. Also here in this box, I made this little box here to hold a bubble bath that I'm sending to her. This little bow, I think, was an like a hair bow type bow that you can purchase from the store. I think I got them from like Walmart and just removed the back. And I glued it on to the yarn here along with this little pine cone. Let me pull it over here so I can take that off. Just slide it off. Okay, and then here is the box. And I just put a little, oh my gosh, Velcro dot there to keep it closed. And here is the bubble bath that I'm gifting her. It's just some Dr. Teal's. I thought that would be a really cute little gift. And then I took one of these circular containers here from the Dollar Tree and made it into a little embellishment box. This base layer here is just a little doily, and then I have this die of a circle that I've cut, and then I have a fancy fold rosette that I've topped with a snowflake and the joy sentiment. In the actual embellishment box itself, I am sending her some little green jimmies, some pom-poms in colors that coordinate with the swap. This is a little clay shaker bit mix that I have made. It's got light blues and mints and purples and pinks. And it's just different like little snowflakes and sprinkles and candies, all that match the same little color scheme. Here I am gifting some little bows. I got these from like the fabric section of Walmart, as well as an assortment of beads and an assortment of Christmas/winter themed charms. There's some snowflakes in there, some light bulbs, stuff like that. I am also gifting some of these little flowers here. They're little fabric flowers. I believe these also came from like the fabric section at Walmart. I just think these are really cute, and I thought they matched really well. And then I have an assortment of buttons as well. Finally, here is a closer look at my pocket letter. I saw a lot of pocket letters when I was looking for inspiration had hanging elements on the side, so I added an eyelet so that I could put this chunky little charm on here that I made. I used a lot of colors for the beads that kind of matched the collection I was using. There are a few little cabochons I added some little hooks to make charms. Of course, there's little candy pieces and snowflakes and little light bulbs. I can't get it to lift up. There we go. Little light bulbs and jingle bells, of course. And this J right here was an eraser I got from the Target dollar spot back in summer. It was bright yellow, and I just painted it silver to match everything, and the J for Jen. I made also this little beaded tassel here that says "Let It Snow" with some alpha beads and just some yarn. And I followed a tutorial from Cheryl. I'll leave that tutorial down below so you guys can use it if you want to make your own. And I'll also leave a link down below for those cute little alpha beads in case you want to make that. I guess we will start with this first little window here, and I used a Spellbinders die to make Santa. Is he out of focus? I can't quite tell. It's a little better, right? So I used it to make Santa there and added a little pom-pom to his hat. These little gifts down below are from a Sizzix die, and I think it was like a bicycle and some presents. I got it from Hobby Lobby during this past Christmas time there. For the second window over there, I just went ahead and used the paper as it was, and then added some ribbon and made a bow with the matching ribbon and added a little snowflake cabochon so that it looks like a cute little present. Over here I quilted some more paper to make the little backdrop for my snowman here, and these little hollow snowflakes. I used some glitter thread along the edges of my snowman there to give him a little more texture and interest, And then I cut out this Let It Snow sentiment from the paper pad. Here in this window is a project life card. It said it is the most wonderful time of the year. And then in the middle, it looks like most people put a sequin mix in there, so I went ahead and put a sequin mix in there that matched the collection. For this one here, I had some little ornament ephemeras, and I went ahead and I stitched them in to the paper so they look like they're hanging, and then I added some foam dots to the silver ones to make them more 3D on the outside. Then for the last row here, I wanted it to look like a little scene, and so I cut out these little houses from the paper, and all the little garlands and wreaths and stuff, I used a green metallic thread so that I could chain stitch and make them look a little more realistic, give them a little more texture. I also used a contrasting thread of like the darker pink and the darker green along the windows and stuff, just so that they also stood out a little more. Then I used some silver glitter paper to kind of make the snow looking on the ground, as well as some tree ephemera pieces to kind of set my scene all together. Then this was also part of the paper pad, and I just used a circle punch to cut out the circle, and then I used my embroidery thread to sew this wreath around it, and I added little diamond dots for the berries, and this little crocheted bow here, which I got from AliExpress. Along the edge of the pocket letter, I had this holographic washi that I thought would be a cute addition. Alright, let me turn this over for you guys. So here is the back of my pocket letter, and these are, I guess, the little pouches where you send little gifts in. Jen told me she's really been into digitals lately, so I found these PNGs. I forget what the website was. I'm sorry, I should have wrote it down. But they were free, so I just downloaded them, and I took them to my Cricut, and I did the print and cut. And there's a lot of watercolor Christmas images. We have stockings, candy canes, poinsettia, the gift, Santa's hat, a snowman, a Christmas tree, an ornament, and another snowman. Then I used my Cricut to do the draw and cut, and here are a few of those. So I just chose a few Christmas images for it to draw out, and I figured she could color these with some alcohol markers or whatever to make them match whatever she needed them to. So we have ornaments, a gingerbread house, a reindeer, some little elves, Mrs. Claus, another little elf, Santa. Alright, up here in this top corner, I included the cut aparts from the collection, and it made it a little fat up there, and so they didn't fall out on her. I just added this little snowflake clothespin up there to keep it closed so they didn't all fall out when she opens it. And here are just a few of those cut aparts. Just a bunch of cute little tags here. The green, the little bird for Let It Snow. These were one of the little stamps in the collection there. Noel, Peace and Joy, Believe, a purple one, a Christmas tree, Merry Christmas, and then, you know, holiday treats, hot cocoa, holiday cookies, stuff like that. And this one up here, it is just some beads, some pearls, some adhesive gems that are pearls. And this one, I used some vellum to make a little pocket, a little container to hold the sequin mix, and I stuck a Christmas tree sticker on it, and that hollow washi to keep everything closed, but that way she can use some of the sequin mix for whatever she needs to use it for. And I stuck these guys directly to the paper, so I don't want to keep pulling them in and out. But these deer right here are a stamp. I'm sorry, they are die cut, and I don't remember what brand the die is exactly. It's really old and I lost the packaging. But I cut them out and I added little gems to make them look like reindeer in the pastel colors. And then over there are the little penguins, and these penguins were a sticker from Hobby Lobby, and they're foam, but I just added some little scarves from the collection so that they match the collection as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my first pocket letter swap. Like I said, anything that I mentioned specifically that I would link down below, I definitely will link down below. If you have any more questions, reach out to me and I will answer them as best as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please like, subscribe, share, do all those fun things that help us be able to create. And if you would rather see my creations without hearing my commentary, feel free to check me out on Instagram and on TikTok, where I just show beautiful pictures. Thanks guys. Bye.